Hello, I just want to make this video for people that are considering driving for Uber or Lyft. And I want to say that Lyft and Uber have very unfair policies, which are more biased towards the customer. And there is no such thing as a rideshare partner. They call you that, but they really treat you badly and basically will crap on you and you won't have a job if anyone complains, and it can be a lie because I had people that wanted to listen to, basically ungodly and real nasty music in my vehicle, and I wouldn't let them do it. So what they did instead of saying I'm mad at this guy because he won't let me play my music in his vehicle, they lied and said that I was doing something wrong. Whether it be driving unsafely, one person said, and another person said that I was driving around in circles, and the only time that I've circled around anything was to miss the traffic in downtown Atlanta. And I told the customer that, and they were fine with it. And then all of a sudden, Uber is telling me that they're not going to use me anymore because of that. And the customer that I did actually did do that with, they said they were fine with it. And I told the guy, I said, hey, after that concert, we can't get there going up whatever road it was, Spring Street or West Peach Street, whichever one it was. So we went around all that and we went up, what was it, North Avenue or whatever, Ivan Allen Drive, and then came back on North Avenue to get on to the highway onto the connector to go up to Alpharetta, to hit 85, then hit 400 up to Alpharetta, whichever way we went. And the guy was fine with it, so he's the only one that I did that with. But don't trust Uber when they say you're a rideshare partner. And Uber's crooked, and so is Lyft. They don't give a crap about the people driving for them. They will do you any kind of way. They'll do you dirty. First of all, Lyft took me out of service because they had a they had one customer that lied and said I was driving under the influence, and I was not. I had a city of Atlanta police officer come to where I was at and asked me to get out of the vehicle and do a sobriety check and everything like that. And I hadn't been drinking anything, so I didn't have a problem with that. I stepped out and I did the sobriety test for him, and he didn't have a problem with it. But the customer lied on me because they wanted to play some sort of music off their phone, and I stopped letting people do that from when people listen to real nasty music, real raunchy and nasty, or people listening to stuff that was totally ungodly, like satanic music, basically, which a lot of rock and roll is, and I'm not trying to, preach against all of it because some music's okay, but all of it's not, and I don't want negative things, demonic things going into my spirit, so therefore I took a stand against it, and I was like, no, people cannot play their music in my vehicle. I did not provide them with an auxiliary cord anymore. And if you're trusting Lyft or Uber for your job and for your salary, don't do it because Uber's crooked and so is Lyft. I'm telling you what I know, and they don't give a crap about you. They will crap on you. They will treat you bad. And then when you want to get some support from someone at their corporate office or whatever. Okay, I will say that Uber did do this when my ratings went down below, what was it, 4.6. It went down to 4.3. I think that's as low as my ratings got, and with Uber it got just a slightly lower than that. But because of someone lying and saying I was under the influence, and another person lying and saying I was driving unsafely, and and I do know one time there was a big pothole in the road that was like 12 inches deep and 10 to 12 inches deep and 3 or 4 foot wide. And I was going maybe 25, 30 miles an hour, so I went around it, with a pretty quick move. And I told the guys that were riding with me, I said, hey, there's a big pothole there. I hope it didn't make anyone nervous by that. And so I think those guys might have reported me, or one of the people that were wanting to play their music. And I said, no, I had to stop doing that because people play this, ungodly stuff and this real nasty, raunchy music. Basically describing sex in vivid detail in the nastiest way possible, you know. And I was like, I'm not going for that anymore. And people don't like that. I mean, I did make a little money with Lyft. I made some money with Uber, but then when I started to depend on that income, that was when they chose the side of their customers. And people, you know, some companies will say, some people will say that the customer's always right. But see, without people driving for Lyft and people driving for Uber, then there won't be any Lyft, there won't be any Uber. And I'm just saying, before you take that ride with them, make sure that you have a backup plan in order to make money. Because if you depend on that for your income, it's not dependable. They will just do you any kind of way. And then as far as Uber giving you all of your money, I don't think that they do. And I don't think they give you tips. And I've heard people talking about that. And if they do give them to you, then I didn't see it, because one guy said he was going to tip me like $100 one night or something, or